Good morning, accelerators. Actually, good afternoon. And for some of you, it might actually be good evening. Welcome to the Thursday afternoon tune-up. I am Diane Spadola. This is episode number 92, and this video series is brought to you by the Accelerate Your Success program, the Business Booster program for entertainers. Jump on over to Facebook if you're watching this on YouTube and join my free online classroom on Facebook. It's a group by the same name, Accelerate Your Success. There are all kinds of goodies in the files section. I'm going to talk about one of those today, and you can download those resources for free. Think of this video as your information and inspirational pit stop before the race, which is your busy weekend. So, a couple of things. I have an announcement. This is an exciting time of year for Accelerate Your Success because every 6 months, in May and in November, we release the newest Taco Tuesday resource guide. And what this is it's organized into categories, and it's basically the tools and apps that create opportunities for you and your small business. Now, this is primarily put together by artists and entertainers. So the things that are in here are not super difficult, super technical, or super expensive. And in many cases, some of the resources that are in here are free. There's a whole page dedicated to social network management. There's also all kinds of resources for stock photos to create the graphic images that you're putting on social media. And you can go download this Taco Tuesday resource guide for free when you're a member of the Accelerate Your Success group on Facebook. So if you're actually watching this in the Accelerate Your Success Facebook group, all you have to do is go to the files section of the group. And then the most recent addition in the file section is actually the November update. We update this every 6 months from what the group members are telling us in terms of the apps and the resources and tools online that they use the most. So I promised that this was not going to be political, and it's not going to be. But for many of you, you were part and parcel of the United States recent presidential election, and that has been decided. And I wanted to just share some things that I learned when I thought about the election process in the United States and how we might utilize some of this good advice for growth in our businesses. First, most importantly, just like the old fable that you used to tell your kids, slow but steady wins the race. It's more important to show grit and persistence than it is to have some sort of magic or unicorn-like idea that you think is going to propel you to the top of the income pile. So, especially in a pandemic, there isn't really a magic bullet. I mean, I guess if you came out with a vaccine tomorrow, that would be the surefire way to achieve profitability and success. But it's unlikely that any of my audience is going to be doing that. So I want you to think about doing 3 things for your business right now in what we would affectionately call the slow season, even though it seems like all of 2020 has been the slow season. And I want you to put these 3 things into place so that you can have some growth in the coming months. First of all, you want to build an effective business model. And that means you want to take your profit first, you want to keep your expenses low, and you want to have plans that are dictating what you're doing on a monthly and weekly basis. Without a plan, you don't know where you're going, and you also won't know when you get there. Secondly, you want to find a product or service that resonates with your market. Now, you may have a difficult time of this if you're a face painter or somebody that works in close proximity to the party guests. But I assure you that if you put some thought into what you're actually providing, where face painting, caricatures, balloon twisting, magic, all of those are just tools for providing something to your ideal clients, and you need to figure out what that is. So it doesn't matter what tool you're using to deliver. What matters is the root basis of why you do what you do. And third, you want to create an operation that can scale. And what that means is as the need for your product or service grows greater, you want your company, your business, your own personal capabilities to be able to grow along with that. So that might mean you're going to have team members. It might mean you're going to enlist family. It might mean that you're going to be thinking ahead of time for what you need in the future when the market responds. Okay, not if the market responds, but when the market responds. And as a famous person once said, you don't build a well after you become thirsty. So, one of the things that I want to remind everybody, it's not about getting to the top of the success mountain first, especially this year in 2020. It's really a lot more about survival. And are you built? Are you managing? And do you have the right mindset to survive in the pandemic? And part of that has to do with grit, persistence, and a willingness to take action and keep moving forward. Things that I talk about on here all the time. So I said we're going to have three things. First was slow but steady wins the race. The second is that the real success is more about strategy, what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how you are achieving a goal, more than it's about opportunity. Okay, so stop looking for the big get-rich-quick scheme on the internet. And I realize that they're out there, or at least people say that they're out there, but stay focused on your ideal customers. If you love them, you please them, you build for them, they will come. But it all starts with the ideal customer, the people that you want to serve the most. And then third, you want to lean into your mission whenever you get filled with doubt or fear. Think about it as, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Why do people like that? Why did you get into this? Why did you decide to make a business of it? What is it that you're offering to the world that is special? And I found that when I lean into the why about what I'm delivering in terms of products and services, that really helps to ground me and allows me to lean into the people that I can help the most. And right now, your people need you. It might not be for face painting. It might be for something else. It might be for creating a celebration, putting on a magical surprise, delivering a fun and festive gift. I don't know what it is, but the more you learn about your ideal customers and the more you focus on your mission, going back to what got you involved in this business in the first place, the easier it's going to be to find your way forward and be successful. That's all I have for you today. I will see you next week on another Thursday afternoon tune-up. Have a good weekend.